Okay, so we're in Groveport, Ohio, with Mr. Casey Adams here. This is a little backstory, and we're going to follow it through. We're going to have to keep an eye on this one because hasn't been a disposition on it yet as far as what's actually going to happen. I think by the time we get to the end of it, we'll kind of know what's going to happen. But, this is where we're at right now. Also, I'd like to note 93% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. You got your phone in your hand, you're at your laptop. All you gotta do is click the button, and I'll stop the harassment. So here we are with Mr. Casey Adams. Casey Adams follows father's footsteps as Groveport police chief. Does he now? Alrighty, so I'm going to go to reader mode with this one. Casey Adams was a regular at the Groveport Police Department long before he was hired in 2001. He would often hang around the department when his father, Roger, served as the community's police chief from 1981 to 2001. As a child, he liked to play the part of police officer. See, his dad was a chief, and now we got to stop all that. He would wear bits and pieces of an old uniform I had here at the time, Roger Adams said. He even made his brother play cops and robbers. He used the couch as a cruiser and put Andy on one of the cushions behind him like a prisoner. Oh, how sweet. They were kids. Now 47 years old, Sergeant Casey Adams, like his father, will become Groveport's police chief when he is sworn in later this month. There he is on Daddy's bike. Mayor Lance Westcamp selected Adams to succeed Ralph Portier, who will retire April 28th after serving as chief since 2009. And I believe he's since passed away. I think I saw in an article. Anyway, Porter, 70, who was diagnosed with stage 3 pancreatic cancer in 2019, said complications related to the illness have limited his ability to serve the community and the 23 commissioned officers on the force. Adams served as acting chief last fall when Porter was on medical leave. I looked inside the department because I knew we had officers with the qualifications to be chief, Westcamp said. I felt Sergeant Adams was the best qualified. He has the training, and during the 2 months he filled in as chief, he did an excellent job. Westcamp, who was charged with hiring the new chief per the city charter, said his decision had the full support of city council. Adams started his law enforcement career in 1996 with the Alphabet Police Department. He served 11 months with Madison Township Police before being hired by Groveport after his father retired. The city at the time had a nepotism rule. Did it? I remember Mayor Westcamp asking me if I was ready to come home, Adams said. Westcamp was impressed by Adams' extensive training in police department operations, command structure, and organizational policies. Adams attended the FBI's training academy and earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Ohio University. Later, Porter, Adams wants to be visible in the community. You need to have the community as a tool in your toolbox, he said. Community members are your eyes and ears. They are the ones who can help you solve crimes and prevent crimes. Never help law enforcement. Let them do their own job. I'm just saying. He's also very aware of the wall that's been built between communities and law enforcement over the past year following the death of George Floyd and the ensuing unrest. No, this wall has been building and building and building for, I don't know, at least a decade. Adams remembers his encounter with a youngster last year. I was handing him a Dairy Queen coupon because he used the crosswalk and looked both ways, and he looked at me and said, "Are you going to shoot me?" Adams recalled, I don't want our next generation believing that police officers are bad. We're here to protect and serve, not scare people. Protect and serve, please stop. Adams will become Groveport's 6th police chief. His father served the longest tenure, succeeding the city's first chief, Al Whipple, who began his career in 1966 when Groveport created its own police force. It's absolutely beyond belief that he's been able to accomplish the same goals and dreams that I have, Roger Adams said. Is it amazing what he's been able to do? There he is right there. Let's go see what LinkedIn says. Casey Adams. Yes, FBI National Academy, it does say that. Groveport. City of Groveport. Bachelor's degree, criminal justice, 2014-2019. FBI National Academy, 2019. that Alphabet Police Department from 1996 to 2001, Madison Township Police Department from February to December 2001, Groveport Police Department, December 2001 to February 2007, Patrol Sergeant, evening shifts, 2 to 10, Wednesdays and Thursdays, days off, March 2007 to April 2021, 19 years and 5 months, Ohio Peace Officer Instructor, and Groveport Police Chief. Current Groveport Police Chief. Well, what's Mr. Casey Adams up to now? Well, Groveport's police chief on paid leave amid harassment allegations. And it's not just harassment allegations. And this little shit won't let me go to reader mode. So let's hope no ads pop up. But that's where we're at with this one. Groveport Police Chief Casey Adams is now on paid leave amid allegations of, you know how YouTube is. I'm not going to say it. I'll point it out. The harassment claims were brought forward by another officer last week on March 4th. Their human resources officer notified the FOP, Fraternal Order Police, that one of our FOP members made an allegation of harassment against the chief. We were told that the chief was going to be immediately put on administrative leave, said the Fraternal Order of Police President Brian Steele. Adams has been the chief of Groveport Police since April of 2021. He was put on leave on March 4th by Mayor Lance Westcamp. Now, that was April of 2021. We're in March 2025, not even 4 years. Law Director Kevin Shannon said a complaint that he would not go into further detail about was filed on March 3rd. She still explained that an officer filed a complaint against the chief. I truly hope for law enforcement this is not true. I hope this is some misunderstanding. If these allegations are true, they're extremely disturbing, Steele said. Groveport's law director said the city hired an employment attorney with the firm Frost, Brown, and Todd to investigate the allegations. The news has requested Adams' personnel file but haven't received it yet. Almost betting they won't receive it because I'm almost betting there's probably some more shit in that file they don't want people to know about. These are never a one-of. Problem is, they're in law enforcement for decades before shit comes. Before anything's said with the, I can't believe I'm going to say this, in this day and age that we're in now of social media, and people are like, I feel like I can now say something and still live. You know where I'm trying to go with this. But anyway, this is where we're at. The law director said there are no other similar complaints filed that he is aware of. Then why don't they let him look at his personnel file? They call it a jacket, but it's personnel file. I commend the officer for coming forward. If the officer was carrying this around for a long time, I'm sorry. Full stop. I commend the officer for coming forward. If the officer was carrying this around for a long time, I'm sorry that he had that burden by himself. I commend him and anyone who comes forward. Nobody at all in the workplace or anywhere in society deserves to be harassed if it in fact happened. Steele said. Well, Steele sounded to me like he's just going to keep throwing doubt out till people are like, okay, maybe it didn't happen. Also, I just realized that it's a he that filed the harassment report. Captain Kurt Blevins will be the interim chief and lead the Department of 26 to make sure all citizens still have the same police protection. Well, nobody wants that police protection. We've seen sometimes where mayors have brushed this stuff under the rug. You have a mayor who is transparent and wants everyone to be held accountable. Our stance is every officer should be held accountable, whether you are the police chief or you are the brand new officer on the street, Steele said. The news reached out to the mayor and the city administrator. Both declined to comment because the comment to the comment is always no comment. They won't even let you look at his personnel file. That should tell you something. Just got anything new?
Now at 5, Groveport Police Chief Casey Adams is now on paid leave. He faces alarming allegations of sexually harassing a fellow officer. Thank you for joining us tonight at 5. I'm Yolanda Harris.
Literally a fellow officer, apparently.
And I'm Colin Dorsey. The harassment claims were brought forward by that officer last week. And 10 TV's Lacey Crisp joins us live from the Groveport Police Department with more on these allegations. Lacey?
Well, the Groveport law director tells me the chief is under investigation for a possible policy violation, that it's not criminal. The leader of the department now on paid administrative leave and under investigation himself.
On March
For violating policies, but nothing criminal? Okay.
4th, their human resources officer notified the FOP that one of our FOP members made an allegation of sexual harassment against the chief. We were told that the chief was immediately going to be put on administrative leave.
Casey Adams has been the chief at Groveport Police Department since April.
Really?
2021.
Don't even know what that was
He was
about.
placed on leave March 4th by Mayor Lance Westcamp. Law Director Kevin Shannon says a complaint that he would not go into further detail about was filed on the 3rd. Fraternal Order of Police President Brian Steele explains an officer filed a sexual harassment complaint against the chief.
I truly hope for law enforcement this is not true. I hope this is some misunderstanding. Again, if these allegations are true, they're extremely disturbing.
Groveport's law director tells me the city hired Ann Dupre, an employment attorney with the firm Frost, Brown, and Todd, to investigate the allegations. Do you know if there have been prior complaints against the chief in the same fashion?
Yeah, that I don't know. And if there was, it never came to us. He's not a member of the Fraternal Order of Police.
10 TV has requested Adams' personnel file, but hasn't received it yet. The law director says there are no other similar complaints filed that he's aware of.
I commend the officer for coming forward. If the officer was carrying this around for a long time, I'm so sorry that he had that burden by himself. I commend him and anybody that comes forward. Nobody at all in the workplace or anywhere in society deserves to be sexually harassed if that in fact happened.
Captain Kurt Blevins will be interim chief and lead the department of 26 to make sure all citizens still have the same police protection.
We've seen sometimes where mayors kind of brush this stuff under the rug. You got a mayor who's transparent. He wants everybody to be held accountable. And our stance is every officer should be held accountable, whether you're the police chief or you're the brand new officer on the street.
And I asked the mayor and the city administrator for an interview. They both declined to comment. Reporting live, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
Thank you, Lacey. So,
Now at 5.
stop. That's where we're at with this one. Chief of police. And if they say it 9,000 times, if these allegations are true, open a personnel file up and let's see exactly what's going on with this one. Anyway, let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 93% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. All you gotta do is click the button and I'll stop the harassment. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.